that was a big deal, right?
Bam, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for Bitcoin and the weekly candle I don't got a left in me. Oh God. Getting old. Shout out to everybody here. We're going to break down Bitcoin and the weekly candle close like we do at the end of every single week here. Every single Sunday night, I bring you Bitcoin at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And we break down Bitcoin. I gave you this trade earlier today. Entry was 63,800. We would boom all the way to 63,000, 64.6. Come back down. We're still in the green right now in the trade, though, even though it's been up and down. We're going to talk about that, get back to it. We're not going to dance away from that idea. Let's break it down, though. The weekly did what it was supposed to do. Let's have some fun. Let's break down the weekly candle, shall we? What I like to do is look at the weekly candle in all its entirety and just, have a moment with just the weekly candle. And we do this every single week on Sunday night. All right. And there it is. It opened at 63,118 and 62 cents. The high was 64,734 even. The low was 56,552 and 82 cents. Wow, 56.5 really. And the candle would close at $64,012 even, up $893, up 1.4%. So from the open, You see, it opened at 63,118. It closed at 64, but it went down pretty far. So it's interesting. The open and close aren't that far away, but the candle traveled very, very far. And that is a bullish pin bar, a bullish reversal candle for Bitcoin, right? Specifically, they closed green too as well. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin and the weekly candle, all right? Absolutely beautiful. Shout out to all the people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to Mark Z, Catherine Brunetti, Blair Stevenson, You Grow, I Grow, Cucumber Man, J. Dougie Mills, Jenny Swanson, Merv. Love me a bullish pin bar. Who does not? Shout out to Stephen Sainsbury. Shout out to Twiz. Shout out to High Def. Shout out to Ray Gutowski in the house. Blessings on blessings, Ray. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. Indy, I think about you every time I put something away, man. Thank you for everything. Shout out to OMAC. I'll call you, Leland. I haven't forgot. Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to Triple Z's. Shout out to Bitmat. Shout out to Teddy Bear in the house. Carlos Shrooms. Jan Leonards. Jan, you've been around. Shout out to Stas. Cheers, Orca 3D on Gate.io. Cup and Handle Vibes. Orca on the 3-day. Thank you. Shout out to Stas. Much love to you and your family from Thailand. Shout out to Jay Runner. Shout out to Catherine Brunetti. Again, Indie Rock Crypto. Wow. Mark Toes, Dim, Blake Teague, and a lot of amazing people here on the live. So already, this week is starting to be green. And we closed our candle green, right? We closed the first green week in 4 weeks. That would have been a 5th straight week of red. So our first green candle in 4 weeks, really 5 weeks. Unbelievable. So that's one thing to write home about. All right. We got back above some support and resistance. Another thing to write home about. And we could be making a bull flag that pumps to the upside based off a bullish pin bar reversal candle. So we have a lot to be happy with here on the weekly close. So we can, I don't want to get too excited. There's 64,000, 67.2 has to be broken. We're going to break that down. But so let's talk about it. I keep mentioning 65.5. I want to see us break back above that. I would have liked the weekly close above that, but let's start small. The fact that we closed above this is now weekly support. Where these candles met, where that candle closed and bounced, and that. So right now we have bounced off 62,800. That's now a nice support, and 60K has shown to be a proper support too as well. We did wick down to 56,000, but so far so good. We didn't go all the way down to the Fibonacci levels as it looked possible, right? So the weekly stochastics are aside, below the stochastic, dotted line, wanting to bend a little bit. Also not too bad. And the RSI starting to bend a little bit too. MACD showing lack of bearish momentum, barely any sell pressure for all that, for multiple weeks of a downtrend. And for the stochastics to reset like this on the weekly and to not go down, like that should be a nasty downtrend. And we did not. That's also a very bullish sign. All right. Again, I'm going to stick to my thoughts, and I'll tell you right now, as long as the 22 stays above the 200 SMA, we have a big move coming for Bitcoin. Same thing here. As long as the 12-hour stays above the 200 MA, we have a big move coming. So no bearishness. If this holds, if we go below this, I'll turn back into like, oh no, we have to watch some key levels, and it'll be like, but as long as we stay above this yellow line, we are good to go. Like, we have no worries, in my humble opinion. We take a look at our daily now. And our daily is just in this falling wedge, right? Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. Can this falling wedge break back to the upside is the question here for Bitcoin. All right, key levels that we're bouncing back and having resistance to inside of the flag. We want a bigger move to the upside. Measured move out this flag would move us out here at least somewhere up to 71,000. We'd be back into the 70,000 region, which would be pretty awesome. For me, it's all about this level here. 67,200. We break back above that because look, you have a high, you have a low. You have a lower high, you have a lower low. Can you come here and make a higher high? Can you blast through? And the daily suggests that there's still some legs to go. We just got a cross of the MACD suggesting we can get the move here. So the daily, in my opinion, just, resistance. You've got some nice support here on the daily, really above 62,005, 62.8. All right. Bitcoin getting a nice little pump back to where we started. This is where we were when we started the stream this morning. If you remember, 64,000, then we ripped up to 64.2. Pretty interesting. All right. So we're above now. It's all about the 4 hour. It's going to come for the 200 MA. And to me, it looks like it's likely going to hit it. So what we're watching here is, and I know it's going to be volatile because it's Sunday night into Monday morning, and they might break us up or down, but this looks like it's going to front run, get above the 200, and we're going to get a massive move back up. And they're going to squeeze these shorts pretty nastily to the upside. Man, can you check out DiCaprio? Cheers. On Soul Community is building up fast. We've been holding well, and we're arguably one of the most recognized memes, not just in the crypto space. Shout out to Nathan Rubero. Talk about Cheers. He's chilling his Cheers coin here. We know about the coin. We've heard about it. If I feel the need, I mean, people can research it. It's a meme. It's called Cheers. Like DiCaprio, you know, when he's cheersing you. That whole idea there. This could get all the way up to about 69,941. That is the target for Bitcoin. I like this personally. There's a trade right now that I'd be putting on. Stop loss below this, key support zone. And that's almost a 6-to-1 risk reward ratio. And it's a high risk trade because it's Sunday night into Monday. But you're front running the idea that you're going to break back above this 200 SMA. We're already long. The lifers in us, we're already long for this morning. So no reason to long again, but still in the long, up 7%. Nothing crazy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And Mexi is going to be going, KYC June 30th. You can KYC by using an RNS ID if that makes you happy. And if it's applicable in your area, no problems. They do, 0% spot maker fee is only 1.1% taker fee, and 0% maker fee, only 0.1 future taker fee here. You can't get better fees than Mexi in the game, right? So Mexi is where the place to be. We do have a link to Mexi in the description if you do not want to go that far, all right? And you're not into the facial recognition of the RNS ID, then Blowfin is where it's at. If you want to jump onto the Blowfin link right here, all right, we have Blowfin linked right here. Blowfin did come out with Gummy, and they're probably going to do some more stuff like that, some cool relationships that they're making. So check out Blowfin today, all right? So big move for Bitcoin right now as we speak to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. So we're going to keep it moving here and get you to the bigger time frame. So I see a move here. The 4 hour looks nice to me. It almost looks like just an ascending triangle that broke back inside, or some type of rising wedge here. But this looks like a nice move is coming for Bitcoin. That's a trade right there that I just gave you. It's already up from the time I talked about it, but it looks like it's going to move. 1 hour is about to pump to the upside too as well. I like when the 1 hour is curving on the stochastics. You got a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. I see a move coming for Bitcoin, and I see it happening tonight. So that's interesting to me. That looks like a bigger move is coming for Bitcoin. Very interesting. I didn't think I was going to see a move like that so fast, right? And remember, there will be heavy volatility. Just be careful for today. But we have our earlier entry right here. And that is definitely an inverted head and shoulder that wants to break to the upside, in my humble opinion. You have a high probability that this is going to pump. Very high. And there's just two trades open at the same time, technically. You can do that as long as you know what you're doing. That's a 4-to-1, right? So the stop loss here is going to be 62,941. And then the take profit's going to be somewhere at about, 68,380. I'm going to risk 143 for 450 and add to the trade. Same trade, different parameters around the trade, you see? I just see a bullish move coming for Bitcoin, and I put my money where my mouth is. All right. So I like what I'm seeing here for BTC. I really, really do. That's interesting. I say that a lot so yeah, that's beautiful. The 1 hour golden cross, tight moving averages suggested a pump is coming for BTC. We're going to end up somewhere here at 69,000, and they're going to crush the short. So if you're in a short, I am the short squeeze man. It's like, I'd say about 90% of the time, if I call a short squeeze, it happens. But I don't want to say for sure. You never know. But anything is possible for sure. Love this community and like the stream. Shout out to my man, United States. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Bang. My man's talking about a CME gap too as well. We'll figure that out when the time comes, right? We'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that road when it's time. I think I'm a little bigger than I need to be. I don't know about why this camera is making my arms look so big. It's really just the camera angle, in my humble opinion. Billa. Shout out to Crypto Billa in the house. Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to Wiggalot. Shout out to Tamber Doc Holiday in the house. The time is now. Amen. Amen. Shout out to Crypto Maniac 1776. Shout out to everybody on the live. So look, I'm long, and I could be wrong. We do have this heavy resistance that we just keep hitting. Now it's at about 64,700, 64.7. Just resistance. Break above that. Use that as a move, but I still see a bigger move coming. All right. Sam, can I get a shout out? Shout out to Krishna Paul. Oh, Krishna Perry. Shout out to Krishna Perry in the house. We love you. We appreciate you. Join the 99 and be fine and on time. Yep. Is the handkerchief making your arms look big? That's probably what it is. Yeah, the pocket square is making my arms look big. Yeah. Wham, bam. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. We love you. And we appreciate you. I'm with my dad's learning trading. My name is Riley. Give me and my dad a shout out. Shout out to Roger Ripple with his dad and son learning trading together. Understand the moving averages to 21. All you really need is the 21 and understand when you cross the 200 on other time frames with a low stochastic and the MACD turning, and just join, if you really want to know the deal, jump into my class. I teach class once to twice a month, depending on the month, $150. Hit the QR code or the link below. Jump on into class. I'm telling you right now, I explain my entire trading strategy. I give you a PowerPoint to follow along that you get to keep. I give you a 9-point checklist to show you exactly how I tackle the market, and you can long or short both ways with that. Flip it and get it in. So that's just something to think about. All right. I'm loving Florida. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you for the love, man. AERO on the 22-hour thoughts. And we do 2 streams on the weekend. We work even harder on the weekends when most people take the day off, right? And that's why we find opportunity. So there is a heavy resistance. It could eventually fold us. If we break, here's the deal. If for any reason you see this pattern get rejected, you see us break somewhere in here, we're likely going to drop all the way back to the bottom of the pattern, and we are not out of the fire yet. 67.2, a daily candle close above 67.2 would give me a lot more confidence that we'd be out of the fire. So that's the level that I'm looking at and watching closely for Bitcoin. But we got a beautiful weekly close. I have nothing to complain about. We got a beautiful bounce so far, so good today. And we've been going up for most of the day for Bitcoin. And so far so good on the weekly close. It wasn't too volatile. We stayed pretty much sideways and ready for our next bigger move for Bitcoin. All right. Remember, we got into ALEPH, and I even put it out to the trading group. One of the hotter coins that I could see going, something that I said, hey, this thing looks hot to me. And what a beautiful pump to the upside for ALEPH. And we called it for you. We talked about it. We gave you the live trade here to the upside. Entry was sitting in at about 29. I got it in at 26. See, the thing is, I don't want to keep all the gains to myself. So, when I jumped in, so I'm already up huge on this coin, up 47% gains. And I didn't, that's the thing. They said, oh yeah, if you give 1,000 trades. I didn't give a lot of trades last week. I'm still dipping my toe into alts right now. And the only alt that I gave, bang, bang, bang. And you saw me buy this live for 25, 26 cents. You saw me talk about it over and over again. I went over this coin, and I said this is the strongest coin. When the market dipped, this is the strongest coin. And I told you gains, baby, gains. And I can find gains no matter what because I stay focused. Even in my move, even with all the things going on in my life, I knew what the hot coins was because I have a system and a way to do it. Bang, bang, bang. Who's into gains on ALEPH? ALEPH. Put hands up if you're in gains right now on ALEPH. I slapped out 403% on TRB earlier. It was beautiful. I jumped into ALEPH too. Thank you. Shout out to Catherine Brunetti. Shout out to Modern Sword. Can my NBR one please take a look at CREO? Can my number one please take a look at CREO? Interesting. But shout out to anyone that jumped into ALEPH, and I gave this trade. I talked about it. I went over it. Look, there's your entry. There's your stop loss. Stop loss can now be brought to break even, and you can find out where this trade can go. I'm still in the trade. No reason to jump out of the trade for me personally. For ALEPH. Bang, bang, bang. So. And that's how we make gains in the trading group. If you're in the trading group, you would have been given this chart and you would have said, hey, you would have seen what I was talking about. Right here, up, still on the radar since I bought it as well. Let's see, I hold this coin, and I talked about it yesterday at 10:20, Saturday morning. I'm going over this coin right here when it's sitting somewhere like, it looks like it's at, can't see it exactly. Let's see, let me open the chart up. 30 cents is where it was right there, and it boomed up to 43, and we were getting in at 20, 25, 26 cents. So bang, and we knew about this coin even way before then anyway. But just join the trading group. You won't miss a thing anymore. You'll be in with what's happening. All right, you don't have to be honest. CREO with knife keeps coming on my radar, and I keep seeing it. And it was the first meme coin ever on CREO. So it holds that name. It holds that love. It holds that, I'm not a huge CREO fan, but if you're big on CREO and CREO makes you happy, then this thing is probably going to do numbers, over time. I see it making a flag. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to pump. If any meme coin does, I believe CREO has legs. CREO with, I really do. I don't own any. I don't know the dev. I'm not bringing it up for any other reason. I'm just talking about it. That's all. We knew it when it first came out. It's fun to kind of track these. We knew about it down here, though. When it first came out, people told us about it. So you would be up huge had you come to this channel and learned about what we talk about. What coin will you find out about tonight or today that you've never heard about on the channel? All right. Maybe fast token. So look, there's liquidity below us, 62.9 all the way down, but there's also liquidity above us and all the way up to $65,000 for Bitcoin. So it tells us we could even get to 65,560. Very, very interesting times to be alive here for BTC. So this suggests a massive short squeeze to the upside, and we have the liquidity for it. I get it, there's liquidity on both sides, but the most liquidity is red, is above us, and the closest liquidity is above us. And so, it's always good when I'm long and I can see that there's liquidity above us. It just adds to the story. That's an API, BOOKMAP, link in the description below. If you want to jump into BOOKMAP, that API is where price action is. It's pretty awesome. All right. I desire to see Bitcoin make a higher high and a higher low on the daily so I can break out of the downtrend. Amen. Amen. And you said desire, so you're on point with that. You're using your wordage correctly. So you're going to bring in things into your life the proper way, right? You're going to manifest. And look at this puppy, man, getting big and getting ready for our next big move to the upside. And, let's go, baby. Let's go. Right? That looks like it could continue to the upside. Measured move is to 51 cents. for ALEPHIM. I don't know how you want to call it, what you want to say. And it's nice to see altcoins getting a little bit of a buzz here. Back to the upside. We talked about, could Bitcoin dominance give us a little love? Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and see if it did give back a little bit like we could on the week. So we did. We got that little, not amazing. But on the 1 hour, in the last, couple days, we did get that pullback. Let's take a look at our 4 hour time frame. Yeah, we did get that bit of a pullback here like we were looking for. We didn't lose the 200, which would have been a nice little move down. We're hugging the 200 now, getting oversold. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance on the daily time frame. First, with no moving averages, just to see what we're looking at here. Let's delete everything and just take a look. So weekly has resistance here, and here, and here. Support and resistance, forgive me. Major area to watch on dominance is 50%. We may never see that again the way Bitcoin, got into the ETFs, but. So to me, you got this rising wedge. So it's suggesting that Bitcoin itself could go parabolic. So I would watch the altcoins here. Weekly could make a turn. Yeah, look at your 3-day chart. A little bit of bearish div. I'll give that to you. But so far, you've been holding support and resistance pretty nicely. This would rip out of a parabola just out of control, right? Again, 68% time it breaks to the downside, but it's been showing strength. So I'd watch your altcoins. There's a suggestion here that Bitcoin goes on a massive rally here. There's a lot of anti-dollar news coming out. We got BRICS. We just got a lot of stuff coming out that's going to putting the dollar, even if the dollar is strong and stays strong for a while, the next couple of weeks might be kind of tough for the dollar. It might get some bearish news, right? So take a look at Wad's pace at Modern Sword. So Bitcoin dominance looking like it's going to take a pretty big pump to the upside. It tells me, hey, Bitcoin's likely going to go on a rampage in the next, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks. That's what it says. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just telling you that's what the charts are going to be beginning to convey to me. All right. And shout out to the super chats. You people are absolutely amazing. God bless you all here. Look at all the chats coming in. Stas. We're going to look at ORCA on Gate.io. Let's take a look at ORCA. It's also on CoinEx, which is really the preferred or KuCoin, right? On that 3-day chart. Let's look at Gate. I bet while you gave me Gate, it probably just has the best looking chart, right? So ORCA on the 3-day, it does have that cup and handle vibe. Fibonacci back down to the 786 fib. When Sol rips back again and things start to get crazy, ORCA will start to move. Decentralized exchange. Radium still is premier though. And Jupiter really, Radium and Jupiter really just the best in my humble opinion. When ORCA gets in there and gets grabbed liquidity. So 786 fib, I mean, if you believe in this whole ecosystem, this thing could fly, right? So I like what ORCA's doing. Last time when it went from 64 cents all the way to 9 beans. And it's all the way back down to 242. Still holding a 4x. See, that's the thing. People that bought when we were buying are still up 4x even after this dip. This dip didn't take us down all the way. We were still up in many, many coins. So it was like it phased us, but didn't phase us all the way. It wasn't max pain for people that were in the bear market. So if you got in early enough that you were able to shake off this dump pretty, a lot easier than most because we were in just so early. So we didn't take heavy losses compared to the rest of the people that got in. And that's why you want to be part of a trading group, because you would have been around in the bearish of times. That's why you don't want to dip off just when the market falls off. That's the best time to be around. That's when you want to pay attention. That's where the opportunities are. Bear markets make billionaires. Bull markets make millionaires. The big money's made in the bear where no one's paying attention. That's where the big money is made, my friends. All right. Everybody wants to make the big money, but they don't want to do the work in the bear market. They want to shine and grind while everyone else is happy and it's all good, but that's not We bought AGIX when no one was paying attention, right? We were buying these coins on the lows when nobody was around. We were here every single day, no days off, no matter how many people came, no matter how many people left, in and out like a revolving door. The lifers, the true people that really cared about their portfolio, that really wanted to make gains, they stayed here with me every single day. You guys grinded it out. It didn't matter. Rain, sleet, snow, right? Plane rides, train rides. It didn't matter. You guys were here. So ORCA does look good. Shout out to Stas, and it is in that, you know, it's probably has hidden bullish divergence, swinging down on the RSI. Price still swinging up. Looks like it definitely has bottomed at $2, but you never know. But ORCA looks like it bottomed at $2, and the next target for ORCA would be 11. All right. Am I trading ORCA? I don't know. I don't think so. You never know. Right now, I'm not at the present moment, but there's a chance. Right now, And there's DiCaprio on Solana, right? It's got a $1.9 million market cap. Still hasn't really taken off like like maybe it could have. And really looks more like a pump and dump to me, you know. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. People get so mad when I look at their coin. I'm like, I'm really not into that, right? Like when I wasn't into BELIEB, they got all pissed at me. Like I was supposed to fall in love with anything that gets shilled at me. And if I don't, I'm a mean guy, right? It is up since when they first told us about it. Fine. It's up 141%. And maybe eventually it does numbers. It's got a very small market cap still. We did know about it when it was like 100,000. It's still very small. But I mean, I don't know. I'm weary of this stuff, you know. I got a meme or two. I'm not afraid to jump into a meme, but I'm not all about the memes either. AERO getting the bounce. If you got it at 85, you are a happy customer right now. That thing took a boom right down off 85, back up. Took a rejection at 130, but I'm just holding AERO for the long haul. Like, I don't even really care about the price right now. I can't wait to see the price at the end of the summer into September and October. AERO going to be a winner, man. And it already is a winner for us. In at 30 and 39 cents. Holding this puppy nicely. And I believe it's after it bounced off the 786 golden pocket here. Only a matter of time. The AERO continues to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for AERO. So yeah, I'm just, you know, I picked the AERO for a longer term hold, and I believe in it long term. So could even still see more downside. I don't really, to me, this is a coin that I could see just doing numbers in the long term. I just did my research and I'm ready for AERO. You're either DCAing into AERO, you got a position, or you don't. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm in AERO, and I'm in AERO hard. So last time I put CREO, I wanted to see it get tight inside the range. If it did, I would have traded it. It did not, so there was no reason to trade it. We were waiting for it to accumulate inside of my pocket there. Had it accumulated, we would have made some gains, right? Let's take a look here. And that's why I set up basically flags to say, hey, will you fill the flag? If you don't fill the flag, I'm not trading you. If you fill the flag, I will trade you. CREO engine. You know, it's in a beautiful uptrend if you think about it. And you just want to make sure that it keeps this trend alive, right? And gets a bounce. I'd like to see it break back above 10 cents, retest it, and then it's on its way to 21 cents. Likely that it held this double bottom here and holds this higher low. I don't see it breaking 6 cents, but you never know. It could. But right now it looks like it held that low at about 7.9. And I just look for it to consolidate a little longer. I mean, if it can break out and retest at 11 cent region, out to 10.9 would be a really, really good spot. You said WADSPay, WTK. Let's take a look at WADSPay here. I see it on BitTrue, not many other places. So wow, WADSPay exploded. So look, your 3-day chart was low. You got tight moving averages. You consolidated very nicely. Bitcoin's almost in this similar kind of pattern here on the 1 hour, right? And don't worry, Bitcoin's sitting at 64,180. I haven't left you. We're good to go here. And we got through the CME. You know, we got through the Fed, meeting. We got through unemployment. We got through a lot last week, and we have a couple of weeks now to kind of just let it rock. So this thing just boomed. Look, 6 days straight just boomed to the upside. But to me, when it gets that far away from the 21, you're likely going to come back. All right. I'd watch this 1 hour maybe for one more pump. The chance it could continue a couple more, but each flag that you play in the smaller time frame, know that you're getting into higher and higher risk. But possibly move up to 10 cents for WAD's pay. Thing is hot, exploding today. And CREDI was asked about here, Credify. On Gate.io and KuCoin. Link to KuCoin in the description if you want to jump on into KuCoin. Oldie but goodie. We were trading KuCoin since 2017, baby. One of the first exchanges I ever dealt with, KuCoin, baby. And we also got flooded yesterday, too. Michael Saylor coming out calling Solana a security, using the news to his advantage to prop up Bitcoin. He just did a conference, too, on Bitcoin and corporations. So, he doesn't want them dipping their toes too far into any of these altcoins. He wants all Bitcoin. And understandably so. I get it. And risk adversely so, too. I think it's the best move. You may not make the biggest gains, but you protect yourself the most, right? So, does Solana become a security, and do we, does it create a sell-off? These are just things that people think about. I don't get too crazy about it, because even if it does become a security, that's just the US, and Solana is a world-based token. And what happens to Solana is more a worldly idea. So I'm a little more, not into that idea, right? I still believe in my Solana investment, regardless whether it became a security or not. I think it might be a rocky road. There might be some ups and downs, but it doesn't make me run for the hills by any means. CREDI, baby, CREDI. So CREDI, what I like about CREDI is it's in, it bounced off the 786 in the golden pocket. It's got moves. You want to see if the 2-day chart's bending up. It is. So the 2-day chart looks beautiful to me. 2-day and the 3-day chart, my favorite charts, And again, you just want to see that now CREDI stays above 2.7. But that looks bullish to me. Its next target for CREDI would be 7. And a lot of altcoins are looking nice to me as they broke out and getting ready for a continuation to the upside. And then shout out to Simran Merchandi. He's asking about Profi, which is a great, real world play, RWA play here. Let's take a look at Profi before all the pain. I like Profi in this bit of I say kind of a bull flag, in my humble opinion. Oversold on that daily. And, it could have gotten more of a vicious downtrend, but people bought it up. So it has kind of like, it has this strong support here off of 230. And its next big target takes it all the way up to about 654. So I can see Profi doing numbers. Everything RWA bounced back strong and is looking pretty good. Now, again, Bitcoin could change the story and make a violent move down. And I'm open-minded. Anything could happen here. Okay. And we're a little overbought on the 12-hour. Look for this to possibly come back down one more time for the bounce. Moving averages get tight. But, I wouldn't be surprised 3 weeks from now or less, I see this on its way to 650. Profi, real world asset, right? Has something to do with properties, right? And you can invest in properties through real world tokenization. Profi. So I like what I'm seeing for Profi. I'm telling you right now, the bear market in these pullbacks are times to jump on in. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I was doing. Grabbing up, buying Bitcoin in these areas, buying altcoins in these areas, just grabbing up coins in these areas when people are just afraid to buy. That's when the prices are the best. It may not be the best time to swing trade, right? To go in for this and that. It's the best time to begin to build a position for a bigger period of time. All right. Market gets you all in with your money. Limit is when you're picky about the price action. Yep. With a set amount, look to set a specific price I want. That way I reduce fees on Coinbase and exactly what I want at the price I want. Amen. Yeah. Don't spam us with your coins. It gets people, you'll get removed so fast by the mods. Shout out to Servando Estrada. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Stephanie Gameros. Shout out to GF Burke. Nain. No spam, please. No spam. And again, shout out to all the fan funding. Simran Marchandi, Manan Sword. Wow, he gave 3 super chats for 30. You're the man, dude. You Grow, I Grow, Nathaniel Ribeiro, and Stas. And Simran again. Thank you so much for all you beautiful people giving super chats on the live, on this beautiful weekly candle close, baby. AI coins are the narrative, but it's more AI narrative. Now there's AI gaming and there's AI real world asset. And if you can combine the two, I mean, you got something hot. That's what I've been into, is like combining these narratives. They just happen to combine the way they work together, right? Shout out to the mods for working hard. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to GF Burke, Stockbook Change, and all the moderators here on the live. It looks like we're going to be pretty flat for most of the stream tonight here, back at 64,180. I do see that the 1 hour eventually going to take off and get a pretty big move further to the upside. We'll take a look at Render. We'll take a look at Solana. And it's not altcoin season just yet, but we're starting to get a little bit of love bounce back here as altcoins are taking back their 200 MAs. We just need to get back on the 200 MAs. Oh, yeah, see, wow. Render got back above its 200 MA on the 4 hour. That's the beginning. The last time that did that big run, the last time it did that here, big run. This could be the beginning of Render's next big run. The target I'm giving Render is 1794. So look for Render to continue its move. And I wouldn't be surprised if this begins its next big leg up here for Render. Render, a little too big for me. I'd be getting into GFI, Bricken, you know, any of these smaller cap gems that are going to follow this AI real world asset, these narratives, right? But the next target I see for Render is 1795, and buying this double bottom off of the golden pocket is just a beautiful thing. 768, you're already up at 997. All right. Let's take a look at Wilder World on MEXC, a coin that I hold and I appreciate. And you can see this thing also came back down. Let me show you. Go to the daily, delete all your older work. You can see the uptrend this thing was on, and it never really gave up the uptrend. It just refused. It had a lower, you know, it didn't pump as fast as everything else. So then when it finally pumped, it was like, I'm not giving back this whole pump. Just for a Bitcoin dip, not happening. And the OGs held their Wilder World. This thing looks like it's getting ready to bounce off, like it already did bounce off the 786, but the golden pocket here, and it could continue to 172. If I could keep my thumb from hitting that. And that's on MEXC too as well. That target takes it all the way back up to 173, 172. Wilder World. I own this coin. We were getting into it in the bear market down at 20 cents. Still holding almost a 4x here for Wilder World. I like this coin a lot. It could do damage. Previous resistance is support. Sitting in the sweet spot. I like what I'm seeing here for Wilder World. All right. Hot coin. It was a very strong coin compared to the rest of the market. While everything dipped down, huge percentages, Wild really kept its cool. And it's sitting in the daily golden pocket. I mean, as a trader, we live for these times. You don't get these times. Then things start to rip. They change. They leave the pocket. And then you got to swing it, and the entries aren't as amazing. You know, it's funny, is the more probable entries are when it's harder to get in, when their emotions keep them from getting in. You see? Shout out to BVM. Thank you for the super chat. That BVM network, which I thought was going to be hotter, but now to me it seems kind of more like a narrative play that may just be kind of trying to make us feel like it's going to do numbers, but it didn't really do numbers. I don't know. Yeah, see, like it got rejected here. The daily looks, you know, this looks pretty bearish to me right now. You know, I'd have to see it break back above 383 to tell me anything, you know, otherwise it could even make a lower low. I don't know. I mean, everything's supposed to pump here. You're making a double bottom. I get it, but it's got to show me something. Right now, I see more downside on the stochastics. I want to see the stochastics turn and make sure we make a higher low. All right. He says, I'm longing whiff now. What do you think of that? I mean, I wouldn't like to long anything on a Sunday night into Monday morning, unless we're in like a full-blown bull phase where like the next few weeks are just out of control, which you've seen that happen before. So last time I looked at whiff, we were inside the symmetrical triangle, just getting tighter and tighter. And in my humble opinion, we got really tight, and eventually we did break to the upside. Very similar to what Bitcoin did. And if Bitcoin, WIF really follows Bitcoin pretty similar, even if, because it got so big. Once it gets a big market cap, that's kind of what happens. So this is what I see happening for WIF. It either breaks out. It's not that far from the all-time high if you really think about it. Some say shoulder, head, right shoulder, but I feel like it broke this beautiful trend line, right? Once it broke that trend line, so as long as WIF stays outside this trend line, it's bullish, right? So interesting. So Bitcoin's more sideways and WIF is more in a downward flag. But if Bitcoin pumps out the flag, WIF will pump out the flag, and WIF looks bullish to me. I wouldn't be surprised if we're sitting tomorrow night or, by Tuesday or Wednesday night and WIF is headed up to $4. So that's a trade I would look at, and I'm in WIF right now, so we'll see. I'm technically in this trade. It's more of a long-term swing, but I'm in this trade right now. And, WIF to $4 is the call not too long from now. So I'm bullish. All right. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you and we love you. Let's take a look at our DXY. And it took a nasty dump to the downside. So they tried to break it up out of this resistance. Now we were calling for the shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. So what we really want to see is it's still possibly in play, right? And can we make the complex head and shoulder and break further to the downside? The dollar index was making a bit of a flag here, starting to get a little bit bullish on the 8-hour time frame, and made a bull flag. Had a measured move if it could have continued, but it made some bearish div. Look at this really strong bearish div. And then it corralled further to the downside where it bounced off of what? The 8-hour 200 SMA. And so now we're looking for Bitcoin, right, to get back above the 8-hour 200 SMA. And I'd like to see the DXY break its 200 SMA. A 1-hour time frame looks like it's going to take a bit of a dump into tonight, into tomorrow. This is a really good sign. I mean, this is how you want to start your Sunday. And a bear flag on the DXY, overbought on the stochastics. Come on down, baby, as we start our, and come right back down to the target at 104. That would be a beautiful way to start. See, that's why we do this. So tomorrow morning when we start and I show up at 5, 6 in the morning, start doing my charts, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I can see what was going on. I have a pretty good idea of where we're at, right? Bang. Shout out to anyone that took ALEPH, though, for gains. Bang, 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 man. I love making gains. I love it. I love it. And it's not like I gave you 100 coins to watch. I gave you like 2 or 3 coins this weekend. Very, very selective, and we nailed it. Verge is so old, man. Are you serious? Verge from back in the day. My man wants Verge. He says it looks hot to him. Maybe it does, though. I mean, I'm with you. It's doing what Bitcoin's doing. It's got like that inverted head and shoulder vibe in the rising wedge, right? Like it could break out of this rising wedge and go. To me, it all depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaks out, this thing's going to pump. So I'm with you on it. I could see Verge making a move. I'm with you on that higher low and pump up to 0.059. I don't think I'm going to trade it, but I'm not saying, hey, it looks interesting. Tight moving averages above the high volume node. You get above that. That's a POC, I'm pretty sure. Yep. You can see the red line. You get above the point of control of the VRVP. You're on your way all the way up here to about 0.05920. Bang, right? Okay. Let's take a look at Solana. I put 100 grand in Solana at 109, so every time Salam alaikum. No, but Solana. So, it looks just like Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks out, Solana breaks out. And so I'm looking for that Bitcoin move up. And that takes Solana back to 162. There could be a big day for the altcoins and for Bitcoin tomorrow. My indicators are telling me we're going to see a big pump tomorrow. And it's going to be a fun Monday, What's going on with AERO? We talked about AERO already, Just getting home. Great day with the fam. Hope all is well. Shout out to David, man. God bless you, brother. Yeah, Math is making moves. Math was on my radar like 2 weeks ago as a coin to watch. Pay attention to. It didn't really do much, though. Didn't really fell to the wayside. Just kept getting clobbered. Fibonacci level off the 786, sitting in the golden pocket, then getting rejected. Kind of Adam and Eve that, but not too much. You know, I don't know. Look for math to break back above 48.50 cents, and then it can rip back up to 81. Yeah. Just remove the guy, man. 24-hour timeout. Real simple. Nice snag. He's funny, man. Always counting the life for putting in the work. Hey, Sammy, hope you're having a great day. Sunday, can you check out Dog to the Moon chart? Bitcoin surpasses 1 billion transactions today. Bitcoin is amazing, man. All right. And I already showed you I already gave a live trade for Bitcoin. I already was live this morning giving you guys the live call, which played out later on today and is still in the gains. All right. I gave you guys long since Thursday night that have all been playing out even earlier than that. I've been hitting almost every single Bitcoin chart I gave you. I called the reversal. We nailed it. We called even the reversal last night where the bottom would have been on that divergence. And ever since then, Bitcoin hasn't been lower. We went over multiple altcoins. I gave you the only altcoin that pumped this weekend pretty nicely, 44% for ALEPH. I gave the trade at 10 in the morning on Saturday. I've been hitting it all weekend long, banging on them, and it's the weekend. What do you think is going to happen throughout the work week, baby? Gave you some of the top 10 coins, talked about Bitcoin, went over Bitcoin dominance, talked about the DXY. Bang, bang, bang. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always tap the notification bell. I already showed you. I showed you the trade. I showed you a live trade that I opened. All right. You can see it right here. It's $494, $18,000 trade, 34x leverage, up 5%, up $30. I doubled down into the trade in front of you all. I showed you the trade, why I made the trade, how I made the trade. All right. You can actually see, if you even know, you can see my stop loss. You can see my take profits right on deck. And we traded this flag here on the 1 hour time frame to blast. Just looks like it's going to move, and maybe it's not. Maybe we hit resistance and we jump to the downside. There's no guarantees I'm going to win, but I'm trading this flag, baby. This ascending triangle to the upside. All right. Sam is helping us fire. Thank you. Shout out to Jordan. You give the trades in my private group all the time. I paper traded that with you, Sammy. I like that you did that. The only dude that will give you the how, the where, the when, the why. Yeah. The only dude that will give you the why, the how, the where, the when, and the why live. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, man. I love you, man. Supply your aerodrome on Moonmail and get rewards. Everyone's all about rewards, but, you know, sometimes it's better off just to keep your coin safe. You know, I'll give up some rewards just to know that my coin's not in some random ecosystem, you know. Don't forget about the hidden sauce play. Bobo was a good call. Holding gains for that sick bump to come. Thank you all. Elon, please. Shout out to Tree Lamb. Is that Dojalon Mars? Is that what you're asking about? Dojalon, a dog named Dojalon Mars. And then became the story of Elon. Dojalon Mars. Shout out to Life for showing up every day. Shout out to Emmanuel Aldretti. We love you. We appreciate you. And you know, this stream used to be out of control too. But we still have 1,000 people on the live. God bless the 379 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. It's still a hard time for all the people in the UK. They're asleep, and it's a difficult time even for people that were with their families at Sunday night. But you know, Bitcoin doesn't wait for no man, and the weekly close waits for nobody. And so I show up here on that weekly close. It also gets adjusted when we do our Eastern Standard Time, because my stream will change the time frame, which will be weird. 8 o'clock will change, but Bitcoin's time is the same. So then Bitcoin will close at 7 p.m. some days in the year for me, and then at 8 p.m. depending. And I keep the show at 8 p.m. my time no matter what. No, it's always at 8 p.m. You know what I mean? No, yeah. So Bitcoin, the closing time for me will change, but the show time is always at 8 p.m. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, Dojalon Mars is at the lowest it's ever been. If you believe in the coin, it's a great place to get in. If you don't believe in the coin, then you're buying trash. You know, I don't know what to say. So, like, you got to believe in this project. And I'm not saying you're buying trash. I don't want to say that. I actually used to own this coin back in the day. I don't now. But, you know, if you pull a fib, you're in the 786 fib. If the whole market's going to rip up, then this can too. You're definitely at a possible bottom with a higher low right there. The first higher low in a long time, you know, from this one there. But I mean, since the downtrend, really, for Doge Elon Mars. The target takes you to 4552. But would I trade it? I don't think so, no. All right. You still kill away. Holds tomorrow. We get gains from memes, then get out. Watching the live on Sunday nights has become my family's ritual. My dad is almost ready to take his trades live. He's been demo trading for the last month, and he's killing it. Thanks to you, Sammy. Shout out to Twiz, man. I love to hear this. I can't believe so many people are learning. And look, we're getting the pump to the upside here for Bitcoin. We're in the green now. We're getting the gains. I like when the gains are had live. See, that's the thing. Everyone questions all the YouTubers out here and says, are you this? Are you that? I just say keep coming back and watch the stream. Like, the stream will eventually show you. The TA should pan out and start to show itself over time. That's an inverted head and shoulder, a higher low. The stochastic's got legs. We do have a resistance, but the moving average is getting tight and everything looking good to me. The 100 crossing the 200 is also a good sign that a pump is coming here for Bitcoin. All right. The moving averages tell you a story. There's so much there to show you what's happening. Someone says OGY. Origin Foundation on MEXC. Now this thing, I don't know what it is. You say it's on RWA coin on ICP. I mean, brand new project. You'd have to really just take a shot at it. It's kind of got a cup and handle. Is it making that Adam and Eve or that reverse Adam and Eve? Something to watch. Brand new coin. You know, been out since January, but, you know, doesn't have a lot of new news on it or information. Oh, no, it's been out since June. Please forgive me. It's a 3-day chart. I don't know much about this coin, honestly. I can't really give much take on it. It's been in chop for a long time. Congrats on the move in your story. Can you take a look at Andy on ETH? Shout out to John Knight for the $20 super chat. That's super nice that you would give $20 of your hard-earned money to me and to my channel. Blessings on blessings for you for being here. It's very nice of you. I don't take it lightly. Try and lamb everybody here that's giving super chats, all the fan funding here. We love you. We hit that like and we hit that lifer button there. Shout out to Benny Trees. Shout out to Hoover Jim for JASMY. Shout out to Simrun for our trade. Thanks, ALEPH, for the gains. Lifer equals alpha. Amen. Modern Sword and a bunch of people in here. And it's good to get back into the gains factory. Getting them gains. Okay, so we're going to take a look here at Andy on ETH. Our trade in JASMY. You know, I finally became a JASMY guy. I don't know why. I'm not a huge fan, but I figured it was fun to jump on and have some JASMY. I talked about it for so long. I charted it. I figured around that 2-cent region was a good price, and we've been sideways really ever since the beginning of March. Really, you know, if you think about it, JASMY's just been consolidating. Really strong coin compared to the rest of the market, and to me, that's a bull flag. It's a bullish rectangle, eventually going to make its way to the upside. You could say it's Bart Simpson, but it took a long time for it to finally. Usually, if something consolidates that long, it's going to make a move to the upside. JASMY taking a move back to 4 cents. Only a matter of time for me. I'm in JASMY, and I'm ready for it. Take a look at your 3-day and your 2-day chart. I mean, the 3-day says yes. Consolidating in the bull flag and going to break out at one point with low stochastics. Some hidden bullish divergence. JASMY to 4 cents somewhere by, you know, mid-June is what I'm calling. Really strong. When Bitcoin dipped in all this, really JASMY just went sideways. Up and down, had some spikes in the middle, so then when it went up and down, it was pretty sideways. So I see JASMY about to do numbers. Keep JASMY on the radar. I'm in JASMY right now, so again, you do whatever makes you happy. All right. I hold a lot of coins. I swing trade a lot of coins with fear. You know, like, I don't get scared. I don't stress my swings. I believe what I'm in, and I hold them till I make my gains. A lot of people can't do that. That's a skill. That's a bull flag on the 3-day chart for JASMY. All right. Shout out to the 1,000 viewers here. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. 111 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing on a Sunday night. Let's take a look at our trade, ATR, a real world asset marketplace, right? The first of its kind, back at 4 cents. I love to see that. And our trade took a nice bounce from 2 to 4 cents. And I seen some smart lifers gobbling it up at the lows. You guys are learning how to buy that fear, how to use the fear to your advantage. Advantage. Came back and bounced off the what? The 786 Fibonacci level. The known lows. Institutional lows. As long as this stays outside of this longer trend line, as long as it stays above, let's just say the 706. And yes, it may have to come back down and do a little bit of a flag here, but over time, our trade looks like it can come back to the upside and do some numbers. I still hold our trade long term after making a massive gain on it. We got in down here at like 2 cents and then rode it all the way up to about 9-10 cents. It was awesome right before the bigger dump. That was a fun trade for our trade. So I'm still in long term. As long as it never goes back inside of this long-term trend, I just see it continuing to the upside. Look for this flag to connect with the 21-day moving average on the 12-hour. That would be my next entry. And then boom, this thing could continue to the upside. I'm bullish on it. I obviously hold it, so I might be somewhat biased. But I'm just being honest with the TA. Where the like, shout out to 1,000 people. He said, why don't we have 1,000 likes? I know, man. I don't get it. Rafina Rafa, my man. 100%, bro. I'm with you on that. And we gave a live trade that's up at 64,300 for BTC. And there's the trade right there. We're not holding back. We're not hiding it. We're showing you the stop loss, the entry, and the take profit, all right there for you to see. And tomorrow morning we say, hey, we made gains again. You're like, this guy did it again. I didn't listen to the lifer. I decided it wasn't worth my time to get free information and to learn. Hey. And everybody, I feel like we just nailed the show tonight and we packed it in about an hour and 10 minutes. I don't know what else you need to get you ready for the morning. Hey, Sam, do you think Bitcoin's going to retest the resistance zone again? I don't think, man. I just look at the charts and do the rock away. Don't forget to smash those likes. Smash those likes is a proven fact. It pumps your bags, baby. Super chats, Andy on ETH. Let's take a look at Andy on ETH. And Andy on Blast was hot. Andy on ETH was even hotter. Andy on ETH was out of control. So last time we looked at it, there was a little flag. It did pump. Let's take a look at Andy on ETH. You can see it came back down to this previous resistance point. Made a falling wedge, broke out the wedge. And everything was wondering what Bitcoin was going to do. And every time Bitcoin got a little sketchy, the whole market kind of, then we had Jerome Powell. We had a lot thrown at us this week. That jobs data came out, and when unemployment, because they want unemployment to go up. If unemployment goes up, then they can cut rates. If unemployment goes down, they want unemployment to go up. It's so weird, right? They want to have less jobs. I'm being silent this all the time. I follow your streams like a month ago, and I learned more from you here than in my last 2 years, and I thought I know some things. Haha, big love, man. I've been silent this whole time, but I follow your streams like a month ago, and I learned more with you here live than in the last 2 years, and I thought I knew. I get that all the time. I've heard this exact quote from hundreds of people around the world that say, I learned more from you in the last 4 months or 2 months or 1 month than I have in my 5 years of trading. Because you got to connect the dots. See, what people don't do is they learn trading, but they don't connect the dots of trading. They don't backtest. They don't put in the work. They don't understand how much effort it really takes to understand trading. It's more than just watching some person learn it. First, you do have to do the work. This is the thing. It's multiple sessions. You have to know you have to know the terminology. You have to know what the candlesticks are. You have to know what a doji is, right? You have to know what a pin bar is. You have to understand what support and resistance is, Fibonacci. All right, do you see the Vid City Sid did on Caspa? No, but I bet it's hot. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate that for the 5th super chat from Crypto Toro. And we're heating up tonight. Super chat's getting up to 144 on a Sunday night. You people are out of control. I love it. Can you check out so many meme coins, please? Pepe, Coke, Mew, shoulder, head and shoulder, and handy, pin bar, fixing, yeah, exactly. Cup and handle. So once you understand all of that, then you have to understand how to trade. So there's multiple sessions to trading. All right. A doji is a certain type of candle. Sorry. I've been going hard, accumulating cats for the whole month. Sam's dropping knowledge. Amen. So once you understand the terminology in the framework, then you have to like learn how to put it to use. So like trading is and then you have to learn how to deal with your emotions. It takes years really to fully grasp, to get to where you feel comfortable trading. For me, it took a long time, and it depends on your person. It depends on your personality. Certain people are better trained for it than others. It all depends. You'll find that you like a certain kind of trading style depend on your personality. Some people can't wait. They like scalping the 1 minute, right? I found the smaller time frames did speak to me over time. But I love to swing trade, and I like to do long-term investments, so. This looks interesting to me. It's in a cup and a handle. Previous support is resistance. I wouldn't be surprised if it pumps back to the upside here. Andy on ETH looks bullish to me. I like what I'm seeing. It's super high risk because it's a meme, but I do like what I'm seeing here for Andy on ETH. All right. Very high risk though. Like, very high risk, I must say. But there's opportunity out here for sure. And look at that, Bitcoin pumping to the upside as suggested now, 64,420. You're in the money now for BTC. All right. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to MEXC. Jump on into MEXC today. We really appreciate it. All right. Rocking with MEXC for a long time now. So, and follow me at Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to all our channel sponsors. Thank you so much. Shout out to Decrypted.tax. If you need to get your taxes done, go to Decrypted.tax. If you want to get a free consultation from what just happened on your taxes, maybe you don't like the results you got. Maybe you don't know what's happening. Maybe you need a second opinion. I think it's always good to get one of those when it comes to your taxes. So get a free consultation on my connection here. Say you're a lifer and jump on in, and then get free 25% off if you do use tax services. I think it's a smart idea just to at least get the consultation, get the ball rolling, find out what's happening at Decrypted.tax. So check them out. And shout out to iTrust Capital. If you're thinking for your future, roll an IRA, Roth IRA into a retirement account only here where you can trade gold and silver and all sorts of different coins here. iTrust Capital. Hit the QR code or the link below to find out more about one of the best, basically ways to prepare for your retirement with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Safely and regulated, iTrust Capital. All right. It's literally common knowledge you can lose more trades on lower time frame. You're speaking of L3, yeah, exactly, right. Hey, Sam, could I ask you why you put a target at 69K? That's just where the measured move probably takes me, that's all. Hey, Sam, could I ask why? Yeah, rounded top. Yeah, I got nothing to prove to anybody. Just keep showing up to the live, that's all. I got nothing to prove. Obviously, you're not a lifer. Yeah. Sam, the only streamer who did not miss a day during the bear market. Thank you for saying that, man. God bless you, brother. And let's talk about a channel freebie here. A coin that I'd be, the trade of the week. The coin that looks the most likely to make gains this week is ONDO. It just looks like it's only a matter of time that ONDO makes some gains. Oh, I got that like there, but I like ONDO. I was DCing into ONDO. I said anything below 80, 85, 50 cents, you name it, ONDO. And I could see ONDO doing 100% gains. And you might kick yourself when you see ONDO back at 150, not back, but up to 155. You wonder, what was I waiting on ONDO for? But anyway, I see ONDO doing numbers over time. Look at that 2-day chart. And it broke out too today. Look at that, breaking out of the 4-hour 200 SMA with tight moving averages. ONDO, baby, after a little dip. I see ONDO just continuing to the upside over time. It may take its time, but I see ONDO doing numbers. And wow, it's starting to feel back to a regular stream again, right? We're going over a bunch of different coins. You see, slowly we're going to get right back into the mix again. And then the altcoins are going to start ripping, and we're going to know which coins, and it's going to get hot, and we're going to get back into the constant gains on gains on gains, and you're going to see me flipping and talking about different ideas, and it's going to be interesting. I am long on ONDO, right? Super chat's cleared. Did you see BTC.D? Thank you for saying that. I love Caspa, man. People promoting Caspa is a good look. I think Tone's going to be huge. Tone looks huge. If any coin can pump, it's going to be Tone, because it's got the connection to Russia. It's got the big pump, right? It's got the app that people know about. They're going to open up that app to multiple wallets. To me, it already bounced off 473. We talked about Tone at 517. I see it going up to $10. It's only a matter of time. Again, there's a little resistance here, but not a lot. And look, it finally broke the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. Whenever a coin finally breaks its 200 SMA, usually a big move comes. So I could see a massive pump here. So like one idea is to get in on a long right now and swing trade it back up to resistance as long as it stays above the 200 SMA. That's a trade right there. So it's another one of my little tips and tricks. I'm loving it today. Okay, is AVAX going to 100 or what, Sebi? I thought I missed someone saying something here. Let's go Patriots, Pepe to the moon. I guess it, yeah. Suku. Funny, Adam is doing pretty good, interesting, right? And Adam really didn't pump much at all yet, comparatively. And look at Adam getting back above the 200 SMA as well, which is a good sign. That's when things can really start. Look, right here, you got above it. You may have retested it, got above it there. You were gone. It's usually the beginning of something big here for any coin in the game. And look, to me, Adam's just an accumulation before a bigger move up further to these $40, $50 region. Ozone's a hot coin. I like that you brought up Ozone. Ozone's a hot coin, and it's been doing numbers. Look, even it sat here, though, in the golden pocket, and that has gone sideways, so let's take a look. So now it's just in a more extended falling wedge, right? Like, where it starts to kind of round. The bottom starts to get rounded. Start to round out these bottoms here on Ozone. And it makes this like rounded bottom, right? Once Ozone gets back above 0.008, look for it to pump hard to 0.15. Back to a penny, really, to its first time making a penny. This coin was super low and it's been out of control. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 2-3 months it makes a bigger move. And you see it at 2 cents. And this thing's only a half a penny right now. So that's basically a 4x from here, 323%. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing starts to make some gains. Definitely something I would look to be DCing into. All right. Can you look at CTX? Let's look at CTX USDT here. Shout out to Alex Happa. Thank you for jumping on in. 1,000 people here on the live. $151 in chat revenue. We got the most pipe pumping Sunday night live stream in the game. Yeah, and this is Cryptix Finance. this is consolidating pretty nicely. And you got these two trend lines starting to get tight. It's telling me, hey, a big move is coming for this eventually. And a way to be surprised the way the stochastics look like the move comes to the upside with a higher low. Hits this resistance at 528 and then decides to blast further to the upside. And we're looking for this move here. Very interesting, right? Okay. Jojo asked me to do TA on HASHAI. Celebrate the first super chat on a live. Thank you for jumping on in, Jojo. We appreciate you. PUNDIX for my man Brandon McGill. And wow, it's getting crazy now. Appreciate it. This looks hot to me. This looks hot to me. If anything's going to pop, this is worth actually sending to the trading group. I've just been doing this for so long, just from the look of a chart, I can tell if it has a likelihood of booming. And then I kind of zero in on some parameters. All right. Okay. Shout out to Ryan Smith who says, no love. I don't know what he's talking about, but my first and only super chats have ever been here. Appreciate that. That's respect. God bless you and your family, Sam. Thanks for being an inspiration. I'm proud to be a lifer. Ray, man, I love you, man. Yeah, it doesn't matter, how big your house is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter how successful you are. You got to wake up the next day and keep kicking it, right? It doesn't matter. You're only successful as your last day. You're only as big as your last trade. You got to keep pounding the pavement every single day. It does not. I got to remind myself of that every time. I feel like you hit a milestone. You feel like you hit certain places in life. They're just things. They don't mean anything. You got to get back on that horse and keep pushing every day. God bless you, Ray, man. I appreciate you, brother, more than you would ever know. Thank you to you and yours. You got it done for your family no matter what. That's what it was all about. That's your job and you do your job great. That's what a man is. That's what it means to be a man. Amen. I want a tiny house, but a massive garage. You're funny. Can do you. Oh, wow. Now the can do bots are coming hard on us. Leave us alone. HASHAI. PUNDIX is old. PUNDIX is an old micropayments coin. My buddy used to be obsessed with that coin. I wonder, he probably had a nervous breakdown over that coin. HASHAI looks like it fell off the face of the earth, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Making a rounded bottom now, though. I don't know. It could make some gains. I don't know if this is it here. Yeah, this looks like it. HASHAI. I mean, I like the kind of cup and handle vibe there. Attempted to break out of that. Now you got this going, right? The tightness. HASHAI looks interesting to me, actually. Like it bottomed and made a rounded bottom, and it's on its way for more. If I mean, it tells me that it's going higher, but you do whatever makes you happy. Let's look at PUNDIX. Oh, PUNDIX. This coin's a long. It's funny. It gives me memories. So I have a look at a coin like a coin I haven't seen in a while. I got to remove the moving averages. I got to look at like the daily, even the weekly chart. So you can see PUNDIX has really been just consolidating for 2 years now in a range between 29 and 52 cents. And then finally it's above that old bottom that it made. I mean, that old top. It's using that as a bottom, which is a good sign that, 50 cents is its bottom. I'm over and done with you, PUNDIX. And then you kind of look at here, like, is it making this kind of broadening, opening? It's hard to say exactly what it's doing. I put it here in this symmetrical triangle. And everything was falling. Bitcoin rips. This will probably break out, but I'm not in love with it. See what the moving average. See, the moving averages are tight. And normally I would say shoulder, head, shoulder sell off, but it's been sold off too many times and bounced. Tells me that it's going to bounce. I'm not a fan of the structure, and I've seen way better, more, bullish price action. But I feel like it has nowhere else to go but up. And for so long it hit resistance, and then for 2 years really had resistance. It finally broke back above. Unlikely it's just going to lose that now and make its move back to 113. So I'm bullish on PUNDIX right now, above the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart with an oversold stochastic. But I wouldn't trade it. I think there's better trades out there. All right. Yeah. Your boat, Inu, is that real? No. Go F yourself. Oh my God. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to jump on out for the night. I think I've given you enough lifer for the day. You'll be able to make it. Bitcoin back to 64,242. That fake out to 64,400. We'll see what happens. Watch out for the volatility tonight. Expect volatility up and down. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for connecting and being awesome. And we'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful live stream like we are every single day, baby. Appreciate you all for being here. Thank you. I think Gummy's interesting. I think with the backing and a lot of volume behind it, it probably can do numbers, but it all depends. Yeah. I speculate a little bit. Shout out to Crypto Billy. We love you too. GF Burke, we love you. Crypto Bear Baker, we love you. Ryan Smith, we love you. Crypto Bellico, and all the beautiful people here that make this live stream amazing. Thank you so much for jumping on in. We'll see you tomorrow. 63,000 subscribers today. I forgot to mention, we hit 63,000 subs. It's a big deal, big milestone. On our way to 70,000 subscribers, 70K. I can smell 60K, baby. And we're on a rampage, so. Sui airdrop if you stake Gummy per Rand. That's interesting. Wow. That's creating more buzz there for Sui. And how's your boat, Crypto Plumber? You know what? Who knows? I haven't had a chance to look at it. It just sits in the water in Martha's Vineyard now. It's crazy, right? Anyway, so everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. Stay squared up. Stay rich. I'll see you tomorrow. That's when we cut the scene.